Good afternoon. I'm Laura, and this is Walk Between Worlds. And I have a story I'd like to share with you. This one is a Mayan legend followed up by the true story that was told to me about how that legend came true in somebody's life in a tiny village in the Yucatán Peninsula. So there was a village with two really beautiful women. And one of the beautiful women was very pious, religious, did all the correct things, never sinned. And the other one, she was a bit of a floozy. And she had a lot of lovers, and that was really not well looked upon. And she was also a very nice person, and she would take in the homeless dogs and cats and take care of the animals that didn't have any food and the people who didn't have any food and the stray men. And eventually she died. Her name was Xtabay. When she died, this beautiful fragrance came up all over her grave, and people could smell it all over the town. And then these flowers that we call today xtabentún, little tiny white flowers about this big, grew everywhere. And so her sister, the one who was very righteous, said to herself, well, my sister was a real floozy, and she had all of these beautiful flowers grow on her grave when she died. So when I die, I'm sure I'm going to have even more beautiful flowers growing on my grave. But when she died, this horrible stench filled the town, and these horrible cactuses grew up on her grave. Well, she wasn't very happy about that. So, in the afterlife, she went and talked to some very dark entities and told them that she wanted to come back to Earth so that she could torture the men, especially the young drunk ones. She became the goddess Xtabay, and she lives in the ceiba tree, and she is a snake that turns herself into the most beautiful woman that you could ever imagine. Now, the story goes that when she would see drunk men, she would beckon them and slowly draw them to her ceiba tree where she lives, and that they would then enter into the ceiba tree, kind of almost like going through a portal into another area or another place, and in that place there would be a bed of spines. The ceiba tree has really long spines on it, and they would be trapped there forever. Well, one day I was in a little village in the Yucatán, and I met a man whose name was Xtabay. He was an older man, and I asked him if he had any stories that he would like to tell me. And he said that his nephew, it was his nephew, who had the nickname El Gato, which means the cat, had actually seen this beautiful woman walking in the cornfields. She had long black hair and was wearing the huipil dress with the beautiful flowers embroidered across the top, and was the most beautiful woman he'd ever seen. And he followed her and got trapped inside the ceiba tree. So man, Xtabay, is telling me that this is what happened to his nephew. But when his nephew got trapped inside the ceiba tree, rather than falling into a deep sleep, he was able to force himself to wake up and crawl back out of the ceiba tree. But he never was the same again. All of the people in the town agree he went crazy. He still sees her. He can't hold down a job. He can't seem to function. And they say it's all due to his encounter with the goddess Xtabay. This is Walk Between Worlds. Join me again next time. Hugs and butterflies.